Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who are still mad at a teacher. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. When I was in 5th grade and my little sister was in 2nd grade, she wanted to pick some apple blossoms for her teacher. When she presented the little bouquet to her teacher, the teacher flipped out, lectured her for 10 minutes about why she shouldn't go on people's lawns to pick flowers, then threw the blossoms away in front of her. My sister was devastated, and I found her on the playground crying. The apple blossoms were from our apple tree in our front yard. First and last time I have ever yelled at a teacher. What's wrong with the teacher? Like, she didn't even ask the little girl where she got the flowers from and flipped out. I mean, even if she did think the little girl took it from someone's yard, she should lecture her nicely about it, like not flip out, just tell them what's wrong and what's right. It's a kid, for goodness sakes. She's a kid trying to do someone nice and make your day, and this is how you're gonna treat her? I'm so glad the sibling got their back though. I would have done the same. Some teacher called me a waste of time and space during the end of school performance because I was too shy to sing. I didn't pick a singing role. I was like 10 or 11 years old. Why are these people teachers? You're a teacher and you're gonna call a kid a waste of time and a waste of space? You're kidding me. Homework in 2nd grade was to learn our parents' real names instead of mum and dad. I came in and told the class my mum had a different last name than me. The teacher said, no, her last name is Jutsu, like yours and daddy. That's what happens when you get married. I told her that it was just me and my mum and that my daddy never lived with us. She told the class that meant they needed to pray for me. That was my last day at school. Not everyone has the same last name even when they do get married. It's your choice whether you want to take your husband's last name or not, you know. I went to a high school that had a uniform. We were supposed to have our shirts tucked in at all times. I was walking into English class between bells, tucking in my shirt because it came up out of my skirt while I was taking my cardigan off. My teacher stopped me and asked, were you just tucking your shirt in? I told her I was, and she promptly wrote me up for having had my shirt untucked. She didn't even want to listen at all. Like, why are some teachers such jerks? They don't even want to listen to their students at all. Shouldn't you listen to your students and then think about whether it's right or wrong to punish them? I'm mad. Little me was obsessed with 2 things: dinosaurs until I saw Jurassic Park, and space. I was obsessed. In 3rd grade, we had an assignment where we had to talk about orbits. I read examples like the moon orbits the earth, and the earth orbits the sun, and the sun orbits the Milky Way. My teacher gave me a D and refused to listen to me that what I said was true. We didn't have computers in the classroom, so there was no way to look it up. I tried to bring a book with it the next day, but she blew me off. Joke's on her though, because I'm about to get my PhD in astronomy. Oh, get that bread. Amazing. Good on you. I'm proud of you. Seriously. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad they proved the teacher wrong after all these years, you know. I'm so glad. I love these kind of stories when people get stronger because of something. Primary school teacher asked me what the biggest number possible is. I said numbers go on forever, so there's no biggest number. My dad had told me that fact and it was interesting, so I remembered it. The teacher told me that was stupid and proceeded to grab one of the really cheap school calculators and type in as many 9s as could fit on the display. She then held it up to my face and said, there, that's the biggest number there is. That still annoys me to this day. Why is she a primary school teacher? Why is she a primary school teacher? What? She doesn't even know such a simple fact. Are you seriously? It's probably one of those like those blocky calculators where it can only fit so little numbers on it, and she thinks that's the biggest number. I'm so done with these teachers. I'm so mad, man. I'm mad. The teacher got up in the middle of my presentation, took my paper out of my hand, and in front of the entire class, told me that I had plagiarized my assignment from the internet. The thing is, we didn't have the internet at the time at my house. I had worked through the entire assignment while talking about my ideas with my dad. It was super embarrassing. Made me feel better to learn that the next day, my dad went into class and yelled at the teacher in the staff room in front of all of his peers. I didn't have a problem with that teacher after that. Awesome, Dad. Stick up for your kids if you reckon they were right. But also discipline your kids if you think they're wrong. My 6th grade history teacher would clip his toenails in class. Now I have a foot phobia. That's nasty. You go to school to clip your nails in front of your class? What are you doing, man? This is not a home. You don't just clip your toenails in public. Graded the boys and girls differently. She was my middle school history and speech teacher, and we knew she was grading the boys much more harshly than the girls. We couldn't prove it while I was at that school, but we knew. A couple years after my class graduated, a group of students who had the same thoughts set her up in a grading sting. Essentially, 2 boys and 2 girls wrote the same paper for an assignment. Not literally the same, because that would have been cheating, but they all argued the same points in the same way, just with different wordings and structure in the papers. The boys got C's and the girls got A's. They took the papers to the headmaster and had him read them with all of this in mind. She was asked to resign shortly thereafter. What still pisses me off is that nobody believed us when I was in school there. It was a serious source of stress for me then too, since I was very motivated by my grades and just could not figure out why I was struggling so much with her classes. Wow, you're really gonna take someone's hard work away from them like that? You're really gonna grade someone differently just because of their gender? How dare you? Is it that hard to grade them the same, you know? Why are you going out of your way to give someone a worse mark than they deserve? I don't get it. Who hurt you? Last grade in high school, there was a chemistry teacher in my school who had 2 different sections of the same class, both with too many students due to amazing provincial budget management. My class, this guy routinely called the dumb kids up to the board and made them sweat in front of everyone when they clearly didn't have an answer. Shouted at kids who didn't study and was generally being an angry jerk. Oh my gosh, I hate teachers like this. I mean, I just hate teachers who pick on people in general, but this teacher is even worse because they knew the kid didn't even know and still picked on the kid. Like, what do you want the kid to do? Just stand there and be embarrassed? What? It was normal for kids to just walk away to drop out of it when we shuttled between the classroom and lab. I wasn't one of the dumb kids, but I ended up dropping because I was sick of being constantly stressed and angry. At first, I figured he was just being a jerk to clear out the extra students, and I hated him for that. But I could at least understand that he was put in a bad position. I later found out about the other class, overloaded with kids like mine was, but no angry outbursts. He played music during quiet study times and generally treated everyone nicely. The guy was running an experiment without telling anyone. 26 years later, I'm still pissed off when I see him around the community. I'm so confused. What? What kind of experiment is that? Why would he do that? Like, what if the dumb kids really like that subject? But then they ended up dropping out because the teacher was a jerk, you know? Dude, people learn, okay? Not everyone's gonna stay dumb forever. I had a friend in college who really went above and beyond on a programming assignment. She thought of everything. Part of the teacher's test was trying to break the program, done in class as a presentation thing. The teacher couldn't break it and marked her down for not following the rules. What my friends did was outside the scope of what was required, but nowhere in the rules did say not to. And if anything, should have been given extra points for really digging in and learning more. Oh my gosh, being punished because you did so well. Wow. Shaming me for not knowing how to spell my 12-letter last name. First grade. I really want to go back in time and see how smart they were in first grade. You know, how smart the teacher was in first grade. 12-letter. Come on, dude. Do you really think a kid in first grade can even spell out any 12-letter word? I mean, if they can, then they're just really smart, okay? But the majority of kids can't. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!